Hello and welcome to another spicy edition. I think this time around we're at 2 minutes early, and I'm really proud of us for being early. But the elections for the Congress couldn't have come earlier. We've been waiting for them to have their elections, and finally it's on the anvil. And let's just dive straight into it. You all know what's going on. So, Pallavi, let's get the latest from you. Pallavi Ghosh joining us as usual. Are you
Well,
heading somewhere? Are you heading?
absolutely. Yeah, but today's been a crazy day. Actually, we've been ramming up. But the latest was, I think today is as official as it can get. I mean, at that Kochi press conference, Rahul Gandhi made it pretty much clear that he's not going to be contesting. But I think another big story which everyone was very interested in is what's going to happen to Rajasthan if Gehlot becomes the president. I think even he made that very clear. I was here when Gehlot was going to meet Mrs. Gandhi, and when he was speaking to us, he kept on saying that one man, one post principle doesn't apply here. It was very clear he was clinging to that post. But if at the press conference, Rahul Gandhi very categorically said that the Udaipur resolution, which does talk about a one man, one post, has to be followed, which means, in effect, if Gehlot becomes the president, he cannot be the chief minister. And it's interesting because while he's in Kochi, Sachin Pilot, who was in Kochi, he's come here, he's sitting in Delhi, he's expected to go back to Jaipur tomorrow. So Pilot and his camps have got their hopes up. But I'm just thinking wildly, what if Gehlot pulls a fast one on the Gandhis and all of us and says, okay, I'm not going to file my nomination paper. मैं रहना चाहता हूँ CM, then what will they do? They can't force him to fill it up, right?
Hmm, 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 hmm. Yeah, I mean, and basically, he is a consummate politician. He's a really sharp politician, also one of the sharper politicians in the Congress, really. Suhel, have you been following these elections?
I mean, they haven't happened, so I've been only following the run up to them, and I've been following the drama that unfolds every day. And I believe that Rahul Gandhi will not, and I tweeted also today that he will not fight the election. Now it's quite apparent that he's not going to fight the election. And I think this is a farce that's being played out, as this Venkata Narasimha Rao Komire Reddy says. It is clearly a farce that's being played out, and we are the monkeys enjoying the circus. Certainly, Pallavi Ghosh is sitting in that car. So I don't believe that this is any serious thing. See, Advaita, no one ever believed that the new Congress president would function independently in any case. No one believed that. Everyone believed that there would be a remote control. The choice was whether the remote control would be with the mother or with the son. It's now apparent that the remote control is with the son, and it will remain so. See, I've always believed that these people behave like the chairman, non-executive chairman of a company. If the shit hits the fan, the CEO gets fired. In this case, it'll be Gehlot or Sachin or not Sachin, whoever else. I mean, almost the entire Congress party seems to be fighting the elections. I don't think anyone has been left out. So I really know what's going to happen. But I can tell you one thing, that if you think that there's going to be a new Congress post the elections, you're mistaken. It'll be the same wine in the same bottle, except the label is even more frayed than ever before.
Pallavi, do you think it's going to be the same wine in the same bottle? Don't you think that they're making an effort to have an
Tell
election
this
in the
chap
first?
to at least learn how to spell Messiah, whoever this fellow is, AR.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah, Dasi Suhel doesn't know what to say. He's the only messiah for the Congress. I see. Look at the way we've been given out news since yesterday that Sonia Gandhi is going to remain neutral. She's not going to be batting for anyone. Uh, you, uh, I mean, these kind of handouts news just goes on to show that I think the Gandhis are working overtime to give out an impression. It's not going to be a redux of what happened during UPA 1 and UPA 2, but despite the Gandhis saying that Dr. Manmohan Singh is the Prime Minister and we don't dictate terms, by the end of 2009, it was pretty much clear, 2014, that who was calling the shots. I think it's going to be the same thing as far as this is concerned. I mean, just look at the way the Bharat Jodo Yatra is taking place. All along, we are told that Rahul Gandhi is just another member of the party. He's an MP. He's an ordinary Karyakarta. But if you look at the Congress reporters WhatsApp group, it talks only about Rahul Gandhi, how he got up, he met with so and so, the pictures are all about him, the posters are all about him. Nowhere does he look like any ordinary member. Are you going to say the same things about the other Yatris with him because there are 119 of them? And every day you have some big leader also joining in. You don't talk about them in the same tone. So he's always going to be special. And since he's always going to be special, he's always going to overshadow Ashok Gehlot. I mean, just look at it this way. If Ashok Gehlot becomes the president, he comes to the Congress office and Rahul Gandhi comes to the Congress office, where will the cameras and the crowds be? They understand, they sniff the power, and it's going to be always on the Gandhis. Gandhis, they ye bola, Gandhis, they wo bola, they allowed Ashok Gehlot to do this. And I'm sure there are going to be those photo op moments, where they're going to say he's our president, we listen to him. I don't know, at times in the UP coverage, I would feel that this respect for Dr. Manmohan Singh as a prime minister was very put on. It was like very much planned, synchronized, and everyone knew the undercurrent that no one in the cabinet, most of them in fact in the cabinet, did not even respect him. I mean, we used
Yeah.
to get the cabinet notes and the cover even before the cabinet meeting would begin. And the reason was very simple because they would think, what's the point of, why should we listen to him? He's just Vangamok Das, he's a contemporary. That's the problem with Pranab Mukherjee face, something that Jairam Ramesh also, and many others in the UPA cabinet. I mean, Chidambaram for that matter.
Hmm. Suhail, but is it fault if the media gravitates to them and makes them the center of the story all the time, no matter how much of a step back they want to take? The media still goes in and covers them widely and is still kind of telling their story.
But I've always said that, Advaita, both on your program and otherwhere else, I've always said that the media is in love with Rahul Gandhi. Also, please remember that since Narendra Modi doesn't speak to the media doesn't have very many places to go to. I mean,
Hmm.
you're not yet the chief minister of Uttarakhand. So where
Yeah.
do they go? I mean, Pallavi Ghosh is always only traveling from one place to the other. She's only
Where is she
fulfilling
going?
journeys. I don't think she's ever reached a destination. She's always in the car. So if you actually take a look at how
No,
life
I
is,
don't call you when I reach my destination, Suhel.
yeah, but she reaches a destination. Her destination reaching will take longer than Rahul Gandhi becoming prime minister if he ever does.
I always tell you,
But
Advaita,
Pallavi, where are
don't
you
get these
going with?
grumpy men on your show.
We were just discussing his knighthood. It's going to happen soon. You heard it here first. But
Really?
Pallavi, yeah, but we're being blasé about it. We're not going to focus too much on it.
No, but on a serious note, I think what is happening today is sad because if the Congress reinvented itself, it would be good for India's democracy. It's not relevant whether they are good people, bad people, indifferent people. We need an opposition for a robust democracy to function. And if an opposition in itself, with a grand old party, which is actually India's only true pan Indian party, other than the BJP now, you're in a bit of a spot if they can't get their act together.
Hmm.
And you can keep doing as many Bharat Jodo Yatras. The point is that when you're completely disconnected from the realities within your own party, how can you seem to sort out issues throughout the country?
Hmm. Hmm. Pallavi, but right now the two big names that are coming up are Shashi Tharoor as well as Gehlot, and each one has sort of said, got the green signal from Sonia Gandhi to contest, etc., etc. So it's all like very much as per protocol. And Tharoor, it seems, I was reading actually our friend Sandeep Ghosh's tweet. He announced his candidature, and then the Kerala Congress unit said that we are not going to support him. Is that correct?
That's correct. But I think Shashidharu knows it. I mean, he's never really been the darling of Kerala Congress. I still remember he still has to deal with this animosity from Kerala Congress. They still think he's a non-serious politician. He's an outsider who just got lucky. How does one explain to Kerala Congress that how can a person be 2 or 3 times lucky? I don't think Shashi Tharoor is living in this kind of illusion that he's going to be winning the elections. I somehow have this conspiracy theory, and Purvika is also putting that out when she's commenting on our show, that this is a calculated move. I won't be surprised if it's actually all being orchestrated to make the party look real, to make the election look real, and also, just to make it more democratic, because that's been the biggest criticism of the Congress party. So there are lots of messaging they want to do to the BJP. That one, dynasty tag hatado, because Gandhis are not going to be at the top. Second, of course, that we are like a democracy. You don't have, like Rahul Gandhi said that. Like RSS and BJP don't hold elections. They don't have so many candidates. We have so many candidates. And I think third, it's going to be like a popularity test for many of those who are going to file the nomination paper. I mean, you come to know. I mean, I know this for a fact that Manish Tiwari has gone to his constituency, Chamkor Sahib, and all of that, to gauge how many of those delegates from Punjab will actually endorse his nomination and how many of them will vote. I mean, it'll be a problem for many. Suppose, for hypothetically, Bhupinder Hooda or Anand Sharma want to put in the sign on those papers. Will they even get those 10 delegates who will endorse their nomination? Because you require those to file a nomination paper. And the thing is that I do know this for a fact that people like Anand Sharma, Prithviraj Chavan, Bhupinder Hooda have been in touch with their supporters. Let's test. This is going to become the popularity test within the Congress party. If they are able to muster a certain template of support, they're going to try and tell the Gandhis and the others in the party, we are quite popular. We matter. We have that clout within the party. So I think at the end of the day, I'm not going to be unfair or uncharitable to Congress. At least they're trying to have a semblance of election. But I don't know. Somehow, maybe it's my conspiracy theory. I may be wrong about it.
So here today in the news conference that Rahul Gandhi held, there was a question that was posed to him about something along the lines of what advice would you give to the Congress president, and Rahul Gandhi then went on to give this like 2 minute long sort of about how the Congress as an organization was an ideological front and it was a view of India. So the president of the Congress party was basically representing that view of India. This ideological front argument that the Congress and rather Rahul Gandhi is putting ahead, do you buy it? Do you think it's going to have people buying this version of the Congress now, this relaunch?
Not at all. You see, the people are also now smart. People recognize the fact that the Congress is not about a political party, it's about a political family. A. B. People also recognize that in the Congress, it is the writ of the ruling family that runs large, and it is not the writ of the people. But the tragedy is that the Congress has been in permanent self-implosion mode, because they recognize that the problem is Rahul, but they also believe that he's the solution. I mean, this is the kind of weird irony I've never understood. I mean, it makes Joseph Heller's Catch 22 look like kindergarten, if you've ever read Joseph Heller or have heard of Catch 22. So, my belief is that this is a pretty weird spot to be in. Now, the consumer or the electorate or the citizen of India has also begun to treat this as a joke. I mean, it is a joke because here's a party which keeps talking about inner party democracy. And then when it comes to the hustings and when it comes to choosing their president, they don't have a clue. Now, you tell me, why would you need to go to Sonia Gandhi to get her approval if you're fighting an election? It primarily suggests that she is the temporal lord. She's above everyone else. Why would you need that? The fact that I'm going for an approval, and let me be honest, it's not as if JP Nadda fought an election either. And even if the election he fought, I mean, it was with everyone's concurrence. He was the chosen one. So in Indian politics, across political parties, it's the chosen one. But the problem with the Congress is they can't even choose the chosen one. You see, at least in BJP, it's clear that Nadda will work to the directives of Modi and Shah. The tragedy in the Congress is even the chosen one has not been chosen because no one knows who to choose. So they keep going to the same doorstep, which is in this case Sonia Gandhi or perhaps Rahul, and yet there's no choice that's made.
Hmm. Hmm. Pallavi, to come to you, who do you think would be more easy to control? I think that would be a criteria also in this election, probably an unspoken criteria, apart from maybe the Gandhis discussing it amongst themselves. Who do you think would be easy to control between Gehlot and Tharoor?
Would be, I'm sorry, I missed your question.
I'm saying, who do you think would be easier to control between Gehlot and Tharoor for the Gandhi family?
I think both in a sense, but yeah, I think both. I mean, there's always a risk factor. In fact, I was speaking to one Congress leader and very close to Mrs. Gandhi, and she was telling me that I don't think the Gandhis have anything to be worried about because the leadership comes in from, look at the Bharat Jodo Yatra where Rahul Gandhi is emerging as a leader. I mean, what if, and I'm sure this must be going through the minds of the Gandhis also, that what if one of them goes rogue? I mean, initially सब लोग loyal बनते हैं, but power can also be a very heady thing because the fact is that will a Gehlot or will a Shashi Tharoor want to be, like be remote controlled. Maybe, initially, yes, they're going to make all those noises and, photo opportunities, das jan par jayenge, we go and meet Rahul Gandhi and all that point of time. But after some time, it can be very intoxicating. You're sitting in the Congress office, there are leaders who are coming up to you, you're signing those papers, you're meeting people from other political parties. And at the end of the day, Ashok Gehlot does have a mind of his own. He knows when he wants to assert himself. I mean, look at the so-called rebellion within Rajasthan Congress. I mean, he managed to get his way out. I mean, while of course he exposed Sachin Pilot. The second thing what he did was that Sachin Pilot was removed as the PCC chief, also as a deputy chief minister. I still remember Randeep Surjewala at a press conference was very, very scathing in his comment about Sachin Pilot. This despite the fact that the pilots had the support of the Gandhis. So Gehlot is a
Yeah.
survivor. He can do so. And Shashi Tharoor, I mean, the fact of Shashi Tharoor is he has a mind of his own. And I think he's no longer restricted to being just seen as a Congress leader. He has a good equation. The Prime Minister praises him. He's also seen as a Hindutva face. He often makes those kind of comments where it seems that he's against the Congress, he's in favor of the BJP. I mean, if you remember, Advaita, the Prime Minister had in fact made him an ambassador of Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. So Shashi Tharoor has a huge fan following within a section of the people. So I mean, not everyone sees him as Shashi Tharoor Congress MP. Many people see him as a former Secretary General of UN and a writer and the Shashi Tharoor. I mean, I still wouldn't take Tharoor's candidature as very, very seriously. Again, I'm being very, very cynical about it. But I think, I think we'll have to give it some time. I mean, Sitaram Keshri didn't become a Keshri overnight. Na? It got to his head. And power is a lure. I mean, आज जो loyalty की बात करते हैं, for all you know, tomorrow, whether they may turn their back to the Gandhis as well.
Hmm.
Tell
Suhel,
me,
what do you think
Pallavi, you don't have a house or an office. Why you always in a car?
So, is that important?
Yeah, because I can only bloody hear the viper. It's driving
of?
me.
Pallavi, first tell us, where are you coming from or where are you heading? Because she's always meeting interesting people.
So, I am coming out of the Women's Press Club where I was
Okay.
there for some time. And now I'm going to go and meet someone in Jorbagh.
Who are you meeting in Johor?
So,
She
he will
won't
tell
tell
us.
us.
Must be Chidambaram.
Why Chidambaram? Isn't Kapil Sibal there?
Oh,
Kapil Sibal
Kapil
is also
lives
there.
in a different area of Jorbagh, but I know who you're going to meet.
Who?
Who?
Chidambaram.
Tell me.
Chidambaram.
What?
Yeah.
How do you
He's
know
so
that?
close.
Ask him if he'll come live on our show. But Suhail, between Gehlot and Tharoor, what would you make of them as
Let me
Congress
be let me
candidates,
be let
president?
me be honest. Let me be honest with you. If I were the Gandhis, I would make Tharoor the president, and I'll tell you why.
Hmm.
A, Gehlot is a mumbler. B, he's an old world, shrewd, wily, self-serving politician. C, he has no connect with the youth. He has, he has no connect with the youth. He can't. You can't. He's the only guy who speaks in three languages at the same time. You go figure what you understand. Tharoor would be a more expressive, more intelligent, more communicative face of the Congress. If the Congress wants to gel, vibe, sync, align itself with the younger populace, that's the person. Gehlot
Hmm.
is nothing but a survivor based on the coattails of the political family that he serves. Shashi Tharoor has international experience. When he talks to the New York Times or the Washington Post, if he ever does, there'll be more gravitas. There'll be the way to communicate. Gehlot is nothing. I mean, just it's like comparing your oratory to mine. There's no comparison.
Didn't
So,
someone call you the poor man's Shashi Tharoor once?
no, they said the rich man Shashi Tharoor. Poor man Shashi Tharoor is Arvind Kejriwal. But on a serious note, I think Tharoor would make a far better Congress president because A, he'd be able to communicate, B, he has more affinity across party lines, C, he is not a threat in the sense he's not that kind of a person who's always wily and trying to control a state and thwart. He's someone who will take everyone with him. Look at Gehlot. Gehlot has managed to piss off one guy who helped him, Sachin Pilot. So I
Hmm.
think Shashi would be a far better bet as Congress president, and he'd make
And
for a very
so,
decent Congress president.
Sohail, why not Sachin Pilot? Why can't Sachin Pilot stand for Congress president? He's not
That's
a.
something
He's
you need
getting
to ask him and his mother. I can't tell him. He's not even, if he's not filed for fighting the election, how will he fight the election?
Hmm.
You see, you have to file, na?
Pallavi, why not Sachin Pilot? A lot of our people, our viewers are asking this question, and here I'm asking it. Oh, why not him?
For the president, I think he really wants to become the chief minister of Rajasthan. He really thinks that he's invested a lot in the state, and
Which, by the way, he
Ashok
has. Let's be fair, he has.
he has. To be very fair, Advaita, I remember when the Congress lost miserably in the Lok Sabha elections, Rahul Gandhi actually told ki, I think all of you should go back to your states, your respective states, and kind of work there. He's the only one who, having a house in the heart of Delhi, largely a Delhi-based politician, he decided that he's going to just uproot himself. And he took a house in Jaipur and he was there for 4.5 years. And unlike a Jitin or a Jyotiraditya Scindia and all, Sachin Pilot spent more time at the state level politics. He traveled, every nook and corner of the state. And after 4.5 years, when elections took place, the Congress did very well. And Ashok Gehlot was made the chief minister, and that is something which hurts him. Unlike many others in the Congress party, especially G23 and so on, he's never gone public. I mean, in terms of very vocally about the fact that I want to be the CM, and he makes the right noises. Whenever they ask him to go for campaigns, he agrees to go there. He's on the star campaigners list, and so on and so forth. So he's making the right noises, the right perception, and he tries to send out. His heart is completely in Rajasthan because he feels I've worked there for 4.5 years. So let me just go there and
Hmm.
kind of become the chief minister, and that's going to add up to his biodata.
Hmm. What about other people? Like, I mean, Congress has so many people. Why are we not hearing of more names in this fight, in this
And
contest?
again, you're asking the same question. Someone has to offer. They're not going to go
Yeah,
to
so why aren't
100
people
houses.
stepping up? Why aren't more people stepping up?
Now, there could
Are
be
they
two reasons.
scared?
Number one, people, no, scared. No. One is
No, to
there may be
offend the
some,
Gandhis?
no, there may be some who might believe that, look, if we step up to the plate, we'll be, yeah, offending the Gandhis is one. Number
Hmm.
two is they know that they have to be chosen rather than they making the choice. Yeah, you tell me. We all say with due respect, Shashi Tharoor, Digvijay Singh, Ashok Gehlot, but they all called on Mrs. Gandhi. What does that tell you about the real inner party democracy in the Congress, or for that matter, any political party? Let's not believe that और सब दूध के धुले हुए हैं हमाम में सब नंगे होते हैं. So if
Hmm.
you analyze any political party, they're exactly the same. So I don't believe there's much of a difference. My worry is not that. My worry is that how long will India be a democracy without a robust opposition? And it is not Mr. Modi's business to go looking for an opposition. It is not his business to go to Khan Market trying to enlist people to create an opposition. But in the absence of an opposition, you can't have a robust democracy because ruling parties must be held accountable. When there is no one held accountable, that's a problem. And it's a problem with democracy per se. So that's the question that we need to be worried about. You see, we are making fun of this whole Rahul Gandhi elections, Congress. But the deeper issue is that we are allowing a party to go adrift because either someone within that party doesn't want to take a call or wants to take a call, but without. So, as I said many years ago, Advaita, remember this phrase of mine, and after this, I'll sign off. When Mrs. Gandhi renounced power and Manmohan Singh took over, I said at the London School of Economics, I said the beauty about India's democracy is Sonia Gandhi is in power but not in office. Manmohan Gandhi is in office but not in power. Think about that. It is the same model that is being repeated right now, where the power will be at Janpath, the office will be wherever the hell their office is. So, do you want a situation like that? Very few people are willing to sacrifice their ego, their political chutzpah, whatever, to completely be so servile and supplicant like. So, I think that's the issue that we've got to contend with. On that note, as I've told you, I have multiple television programs this evening. I'm
Oh
not
dear.
invited only to one.
Hello.
Or to
I
He'll be
also have.
nowhere.
a destination.
I'm telling you, you surf all the channels, he'll be nowhere.
I'll be on Republic. I don't know about him.
I was on
But
Republic last night. God bless you, and may God continue to bless America.
not the Queen.
Hey, don't say
God
that.
save the King. God save
God
the King.
Bye bye.
But Pallavi is also gone. See, Pallavi's gone faster than you. Pallavi, are you there? Okay, she's there. Pallavi, quick question. Some names coming up are Kamal Nath, Digvijay Singh. Are these just like flying in the wind, or you think they're actually going to stand?
Office is being considered as a person filing the nomination papers. I think everyone is just testing the waters. Digvijay Singh, I remember I spoke to him. He said, "Dekho, mujhe nahi padna hai, but it's just a joke, and I may or may not contest." My gut feeling is that he may not, but I may be also wrong because it's very chaotic, and I think the clarity will only come in on 30th. Kamal Nath, again, like Sachin Pilot, has made it very clear that he wants to be focusing on state politics. He wants to give it another chance. He's actually convinced that in Madhya Pradesh, the Congress can come back to power the next time round, and he needs to be around. And he's also smart. He's very, very astute. He knows that no matter whatever they say, I will just be a rubber stamp president. So might as well not get into that zone. And it's something which is not going to help me. I mean, Dr. Manmohan Singh today is being looked back as a weak prime minister. That narrative started working, and people started buying it. And I don't think the Kamal Nath would want to go down as that. So he, like Sachin Pilot, wants to focus on Madhya Pradesh. So I'll be very surprised if he even wants to, because whenever he's met Mrs. Gandhi once or twice, he's told her that I want to be in Madhya Pradesh, I don't want to come to a center. So that's one thing. So he will. Manish Tiwari is again testing waters. He's going to see how many people actually vote for him. Bhupinder Hooda, Prithviraj Chavan. I'm sure we'll come up with some surprises. I mean, there are names of Mukul Vasnik, there's a name of Mallikarjun Kharge, all of that is coming up. I mean, it'll be
What about
interesting.
KC Venugopal? KC Venugopal?
KC Venugopal, no, he doesn't seem interesting at all. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, how genuine is this entire process? Are we being set up? I mean, is the Gandhis actually having a plan? Maybe it's all being orchestrated. I mean, I think if we have this show, say on 30th, we'll get a better clarity because 11,
No,
3 p.m.
we'll discuss this. We'll discuss this again for sure because it's such a long process, and we know like the Congress loves to leak stuff.
And Monday, 26th onwards, when Navratras begin, is when the nominations are going to be filed. So I think 26th to 30th is going to be interesting from 3 a.m. to 3 p.m. We'll get an idea about who's coming in to file their nominations. And I mean, let's see.
All right, so now I'm going to let you go ahead to your meeting in Jorbag with the one that whom you
Let's start
cannot
with
name.
whom Suhel is saying. Suhel is, as usual, gone off the mark. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Pallavi, thank you so much and see
Thank
you
you so
soon.
much.
Bye. Bye, everyone. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, etc.